And we are back. Welcome back. It has been a while since we've done a video. No excuses. I'm not going to do it. I promise you. We just have been figuring out where we're going to go next with our YouTube page, right? One of the great things that happened yesterday, and I was riding with hubby, and I said, someone left me this comment, and I'm praying for you because you made a little comment in your post. But it was to our staycation video that we did in Cape May. And she talked about, thank you for your podcast. And I never considered this page a podcast. This platform for me was, I have been on this journey of life. And in my journey of life, it is learning, evolving, a spiritual journey, and just me sharing how things help me. And I'm sharing it and paying it forward. One of the things, I'm into so many different things that I usually use YouTube to help me find out information on how do I do this, how do I do that, how do I do that. And when I find out or find a person that doesn't know how to do it, I just create a resource to be able to share that so that you all are blessed at the same time. So I want to tell you about this trip that I did just recently. Last weekend, we went to Maine. That was not on my list. Remember, I had my prayer board, and on my prayer board, it has states as the Lord gives them to me. And now that I'm thinking about it, Colorado was on there, but that's another whole conversation. Because I keep saying this wasn't on my things to do list, but here we go. So we go to Maine, and what happened was I was on Instagram and I was following Ebb and Flow, because that's a little thing that the Spirit spoke to me about years ago, just the process of it. So now I understand it. But these girls, their nickname is Ebb and Flow, and their group is called the Two Mermaids. And what they were doing was, for Women's International Day, which was March the 8th, they hosted a women's wave, and that was a cold plunge, and I have a whole other video about that. Why did I want to do it? I love water, and I'm just like called to water. That's a whole thing. So much so that we have now Hammond Water Tour. And we will be going to different places with water because I'm just obsessed with the water and I love it. All right, so we go to Maine and we pull up in this parking lot as soon as we get there, and we're starting to do things. We checked in, and then we're like, okay, let's go do this and let's go do that. And it was synchronistic because I had literally met a man. There's a procedure that I've been looking at that's a possible alternative later in life if we have to get to the door, that I have been exploring. And hubby saw it, and I said, I'm going to go talk to him. And I said, hi, you don't know me. I have like all of these questions. This is a little interview. Do you mind? But there's something that you have that I need to find out more information about. He so obliged me. And on this trip, I will say that this thing has happened for me. Not that this wasn't there, but like I've kept saying, you are forever in my prayers. And I mean that because they unlocked or helped me in a thing that I was looking for, and they showed up, and and they gave of themselves. So I'm like, Lord, forever cover them in what they're trying to do. Okay. So the other thing is, we went to Hershey, Pennsylvania, and that's when I made a decision as I started evolving in my spiritual walk. Hershey was a while ago, that I would, each state that I went to, we would start to go into stores. I call them stone stores, to look for stones, and I would grab, that's my memorabilia. I grabbed this stone from Hershey, this stone from Camp Hill, this stone from Maine, and so on and so forth. I have a stone from all of the places that we've been, Denver, everything. So I had already looked up the stone stores, that's what I call them, and there was a store that I wanted to go to, but just ironically, one store was right there in that same plaza. So I was like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, there's the store. So we go in the store, which actually another synchronistic moment, because there's a thing that the man had said, and it was something that I was looking for, because I thought that I would only have this experience in California or near California. And then he said it to me, and then I had to get home and call him and said, do you remember me? I'm the lady that talked about this. He says, oh, yes. And I said, you said this. And then it opened up another whole door. I'm trying to tell you, this is these things that happen. And so I went in and I looked for, this, that, and then I saw this stone. And I say the stones kind of like look at me and they're like, So today I wanted to talk about this stone specifically because what I love to do is bring you the stones specifically that are in the Bible. I believe the stones have healing power. And here's a book that I have, and because of a conversation I had the other day, I said, let me pull this book out. This is Crystals for Healing. It's a complete reference guide, but it's remedies for mind, heart, and soul, right? So this has everything in here, from discernment, denial, contentment, grief, confidence, communication, cleansing, you name it, anger, worry, you name it. Okay. I bought this stone because, again, I felt like it just looked at me, and it's the Sardonyx. But when I saw it, I saw the name and I knew. I said, that's a biblical stone. So I want to show you. On one side, it looks like to me a snow obsidian, but you can see the black of it, the onyx, and then you see the white. And on the other side, it's like a reddish color, and it reminds me of a carnelian. So this is what the stone looks like, but it's absolutely beautiful. So the little card that they give you, it says Sardonyx and it says Sard 3, actually. It's for protection, strength, enhances willpower, integrity, stamina, and vigor, lasting happiness to marriage and partnerships, attracts friends, and good fortune. When I read this, I was like, ooh, this hits a lot of things that I am in the background praying about. Willpower, right? Because I'm always on a weight journey. Integrity for business. Stamina just for the things that I do. And one of the things that really stuck out was happiness to marriage, which were good, and partnerships. And that's the thing that I had joined a mastermind and really just said this year I wanted to just open up some different relationships and give back in a different way. And good fortune is always good too. All right, so let me give you the biblical version. Sardonyx in the Bible, right? So in the Bible, Sardonyx is a precious stone mentioned in Revelation 21:20 as one of the foundational stones of the New Jerusalem, symbolizing beauty, strength, and eternal nature of God's promises. Sardonyx is specifically mentioned in Revelation 21:19 through 20, where it's listed as the fifth foundation stone of New Jerusalem. So it's a stone. It's a foundational stone. A description of the Bible describes Sardonyx as a precious stone containing qualities of sard and onyx, a variety of chalcedony and agate. And the symbolism in context of the New Jerusalem, Sardonyx symbolizes beauty, strength. There's that strength again. And eternal nature of God's promises. Appearance is characterized by its layered appearance, typically combining the reddish brown of sard and the white of onyx. And then there's other stones that are mentioned in Revelation 21. And these are stones that I have mentioned before. But I want to mention them again because we're talking about healing and tools and resources. And again, I always say if they're in the Bible, then they have some significance. And I don't really hear or have heard anyone talking about them. It's almost like they were in the Bible and it's old school and just that was that time. But they're there. So let's look at the Bible in totality. So some other stones that are mentioned in Revelation 21 again is jasper, sapphire, chalcedonia, emerald, carnelian, chrysolite, beryl, topaz, chrysoprase, jacinth, and amethyst. Amethyst is something that I will be picking up for someone really, really soon. I wanted to stop by and just give you something to think about and pray about if it's a part of your journey. Not sure. But for us it is. And our life has just been significantly transformed since we started just to look at things differently. And I wanted to just share that with you today, the journey of it all, the journey of the stone stores. um, so thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, comments, please like, subscribe, and share. That would be greatly appreciated. To our latest subscriber who said to us, this is a podcast, we're praying about that and seeing what that looks like. But thank you so much, because you unlocked something in me, and I'm forever grateful for you just sharing it in the way that you receive this information. More to come. Thank you so much for taking your time out today and listening. And as always, be blessed. Be vigilant in all that you do, and be safe. And until next time, talk to you soon.